Imagine a scene. You're at a bustling coffee shop, the kind that's always packed on a Saturday morning. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee fills the air, and the line stretches almost out the door. Two guys stand in line, both waiting for their caffeine fix. The first is decked out in designer brands from head to toe, a walking advertisement for luxury. He's flashing a luxury watch that probably cost more than your car, and dangling a set of expensive car keys with a designer keychain. He confidently orders the priciest, most elaborate drink on the menu, and pays with a premium credit card, the kind with all the perks and a sky-high annual fee. He looks rich, acts rich, and spends like money is no object, radiating an aura of affluence and success. He wants everyone to notice him. The second guy? Simple t-shirt, old jeans, nothing flashy or attention-grabbing about his attire. He drives a 10-year-old Toyota, a reliable but unremarkable vehicle that gets him from point A to point B. He orders a simple black coffee, pays with cash, and leaves a modest tip. Nothing extravagant or showy. He blends in. Nothing about him screams wealthy, he just seems like an average, everyday guy. Here's the twist, the part that will make you rethink everything you thought you knew about wealth. The flashy spender, the one who looks like he has it all, is actually drowning in debt, buried under a mountain of financial obligations. Leased car, financed clothes, all bought on credit and adding to his ever-growing financial burden. Maxed out credit card and a negative net worth, meaning he owes more than he owns. He's living paycheck to paycheck, constantly stressed about money, and chasing validation through material possessions. The quiet guy, the one in the simple clothes, he's a multimillionaire, living proof that you can't judge a book by its cover. He owns his home outright, has multiple rental properties generating passive income, and a diversified, steadily growing investment portfolio that secures his financial future. He's financially independent and could retire today, living comfortably off his investments. He doesn't need to impress anyone with flashy displays of wealth. He knows true wealth isn't about what you spend to impress others, but what you keep and invest wisely. The difference between looking rich and being rich is massive, a chasm that separates those who prioritize appearances from those who prioritize financial security. It all comes down to secret spending habits, the daily choices that either build wealth or erode it. Most people chase the appearance of wealth, focusing on status symbols and fleeting pleasures. But the truly wealthy play a different game, a long-term strategy focused on building lasting financial security. They focus on building real assets, like real estate and investments, not just showing off with depreciating liabilities. This is the fundamental secret we're going to unpack, the key to understanding how real wealth is built and maintained. The real story of wealth is hidden in plain sight, disguised by the everyday choices people make. Let's dive in and see what sets them apart, exploring the habits and mindsets that separate the truly wealthy from those who are just pretending. We're constantly bombarded with images of wealth, a carefully curated highlight reel designed to make us believe that riches are synonymous with extravagance. Private jets soaring through the sky, mega yachts cutting through crystal-clear waters, symbols of ultimate freedom and leisure, and closets overflowing with designer clothes, each piece a testament to a life of luxury. Social media and movies sell us the fantasy, painting a picture of what it to be wealthy. They perpetuate the idea that being rich means spending big, living loud, and constantly showcasing your affluence to the world. But the truth? Let's pull back the curtain and expose the reality behind the facade. Most self-made millionaires live modestly, far from the glitz and glamour often associated with their financial status. The groundbreaking book, The Millionaire Next Door, revealed some surprising insights. It showed that typical millionaires live in regular, unassuming neighborhoods, blending in rather than standing out. And they drive practical, reliable cars, prioritizing function over flashy displays of wealth. They didn't inherit their money. It wasn't a lucky windfall or a gift from a wealthy relative. Instead, they built it slowly, quietly, and with unwavering discipline, brick by brick, over many years. So why does the bling myth persist, despite all the evidence to the contrary? Because quiet wealth simply isn't flashy or sensational enough for TV or Instagram. It doesn't grab attention or generate clicks. The real work of building wealth, the day-to-day grind that leads to financial security, tracking every expense meticulously, negotiating deals to get the best possible value, and saving diligently, putting away a significant portion of their income, just isn't glamorous. it's often perceived as boring and tedious. Advertisers, of course, want you to believe that buying luxury goods, acquiring status symbols, equals success and happiness, but the reality is far more nuanced. True wealth is often invisible, hidden beneath the surface. The truly wealthy prioritize long-term financial security and independence over fleeting social status and validation. Every dollar spent on a flashy, depreciating item is a dollar not invested for the future, a dollar that could be compounding and generating even more wealth. They play a different game altogether, focusing on accumulating assets over liabilities and prioritizing long-term financial freedom over short-term gratification and instant gratification. So what's the first step to understanding their habits and adopting their mindset? Forget the stereotypes, the flashy images, and the unrealistic expectations. Most wealthy people are masters of stealth wealth, living below their means and avoiding unnecessary displays of affluence. They know that real wealth is quiet, a silent force that provides security and opportunity. They invest in things that grow in value over time, not things that just look good in the moment but depreciate rapidly. The bling myth is just that, a myth, a carefully constructed illusion. The real path to wealth is paved with disciplined saving, effective financial strategies, and yes, sometimes even boring financial decisions. It's not about what you show off to the world, but what you build for yourself and your future. The wealthy know this secret, they understand the true nature of wealth. And now, armed with this knowledge, so do you. Let's delve deeper and see what expenses they actively avoid, the pitfalls they steer clear of on their journey to financial independence. The wealthy aren't cheap, they're intentional. They avoid high-cost, depreciating items like brand-new luxury cars. Why buy a car that loses value the moment you drive it off the lot? Instead, they buy used, letting someone else take the depreciation hit. They skip trendy logo-heavy clothes and opt for quality that lasts. Recurring costs, unused memberships, vacation homes with endless fees, are red flags. They ask, will this purchase grow in value or drain my wealth? Impulse buys and emotional spending, they steer clear. Their discipline keeps their net worth climbing. They focus on value, not flash. That's how they stay ahead. So, where do the wealthy actually spend? On assets. Their income goes into things that generate more income or grow in value. Real estate is a favorite, not mansions, but rental properties that provide steady cash flow. Each property is a money-making engine, offering income, tax benefits, and appreciation. They invest in the stock market, favoring low-cost index funds and ETFs for long-term growth. Investments are automated. Money flows into their portfolio every month. Entrepreneurs reinvest in their businesses, hiring talent or upgrading equipment to boost value. Their spending isn't about consumption, it's about acquisition. They're always buying things that make them wealthier. Assets, not liabilities, are their priority. This is the core of their financial strategy. It's a mindset shift. Spend to own, not just to have. That's how wealth multiplies. The wealthy's best investment? Themselves. They spend on education. Books, courses, conferences, and mentors. Learning never stops. It's a lifelong habit. They invest in health, quality food, trainers, regular checkups. Because health is wealth. Time is their most valuable asset. They hire help, assistants, accountants, housekeepers, to buy back hours for high-value work or family. Every dollar spent on self-improvement or time-saving pays off exponentially. They see these as investments, not expenses. Their personal growth fuels their financial growth. The ROI on self-investment is limitless. This is a habit anyone can adopt. Prioritize yourself and your wealth will follow. That's the ultimate secret. Here's a surprise. Wealthy people hate paying retail. They negotiate, research, and wait for deals, even on big purchases. Every dollar saved is a dollar that can be invested. They use cashback cards, coupons, and shop around for the best rates. It's not about being cheap. It's about being smart with capital. They treat personal finances like a business, scrutinizing every expense. Small savings add up and prevent financial leaks. This discipline preserves and grows their wealth. Value matters more than price. That's a habit worth copying. Budgets aren't restrictions, they're roadmaps. The wealthy track every dollar using spreadsheets or apps. They plan spending before the month begins, prioritizing savings and investments. Conscious spending is key. Splurge on what matters, cut ruthlessly elsewhere. For example, travel might be a priority, but cars aren't. So they drive old ones and take amazing vacations. Tracking spending reveals waste and opportunities to save. Budgets provide data for smart decisions. Without a plan, you're flying blind. The wealthy know what gets measured gets managed. Their budget is their financial control panel. It keeps them on track for their goals. This habit is simple, powerful, and available to everyone. Start tracking and you'll see results. The wealthy superpower, delayed gratification. They save aggressively, sometimes 50% or more of their income. They live below their means, sacrificing luxuries today for freedom tomorrow. Every dollar saved is a seed for future wealth. It's not deprivation, it's a strategic trade-off. Compound interest does the heavy lifting over time. They think long-term, making decisions with the future in mind. This discipline is the foundation of lasting wealth. What can you learn from the wealthy? What are the habits, the mindsets, and the strategies that set them apart? Let's delve into some key principles that can help you build wealth, regardless of your starting point. You don't need a huge income to start. Building wealth is a marathon, not a sprint, and it begins with the right foundation. Adopt their principles. Understand the core tenets that guide their financial decisions. Spend less than you earn, a fundamental rule that's often overlooked. It's about creating a surplus, no matter how small. Invest the difference, putting your money to work for you, generating passive income and long-term growth, and track your money. Know where every dollar is going so you can make informed decisions about your spending and saving. Focus on building assets, not buying liabilities. Assets put money in your pocket while liabilities take money out. Practice conscious spending. Be mindful of where your money goes and the value you receive in return. Cut ruthlessly on what doesn't matter, eliminating unnecessary expenses that don't contribute to your happiness or well-being. Invest in what does. Prioritize spending on things that provide lasting value, whether it's education, experiences, or quality goods. Automate savings and investments. Set up systems that automatically transfer money to your savings and investment accounts, making it effortless to save. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Resist the temptation to increase your spending as your income grows. Let your savings rate grow with your income. The higher your savings rate, the faster you'll build wealth. Find joy in growing your net worth, not in acquiring stuff. Focus on building a solid financial foundation rather than accumulating material possessions. Invest in yourself, the most valuable investment you can make. Skills, acquiring new knowledge and abilities that increase your earning potential. Health, taking care of your physical and mental well-being, which is essential for long-term success. And time. Learning to manage your time effectively, prioritizing tasks, and focusing on what truly matters. Delegate low-value tasks to focus on what matters. Free up your time and energy to focus on activities that generate the most value. The wealthy live below their means, often living more modestly than you might expect. Buy assets, things that appreciate in value or generate income over time, and play the long game. Building wealth takes time, patience, and a long-term perspective. It's not glamorous, but it works. These principles are simple, but they are incredibly effective when applied consistently. Start today, and you'll be on the path to real financial freedom. The sooner you begin, the sooner you'll reap the rewards. The secret isn't in what you spend. It's not about depriving yourself of everything you enjoy. It's in what you keep and grow. It's about building a solid financial foundation that will support you for years to come.